Walkthrough, Part 28. The Hall of Learning, Save 28. To solve the riddle of the Hall of Learning, you must position all of the mirrors so that they reflect a single beam of light to the proper location. To get prepped, head back towards the entrance and look right. There's a breakable wall here, so go on and break it. This will allow the flow of light to go undisturbed. There are two types of mirrors in this room. Some could only be swiveled, like the mirror you turned earlier. Others can only be moved along the floor. Your first mission is to get all of the movable mirrors into their proper position. Walk the floor, going clockwise, and look at each mirror. Notice how there are dark brown spots near the mirrors. That's where they need to be. Grab each mirror and move them into position. There are a total of 4 on the ground floor. Moving one of the mirrors reveals a crack, which Pharaoh slips through. You're not done with the mirrors yet. You need to adjust each one so that the light is bouncing to another mirror. You want perpendicular lines of light, so grab a mirror and shift it slightly to the left, right, up, and down, until you have 2 shafts of light beaming out across the room from the mirror. The final mirror to adjust is the one behind the broken wall. You need its light to shine on the symbol in the center of the room. When you shine fully on the symbol, a cutscene begins, showing a large structure emerges from the block at the center of the room. This will allow you access to the upper areas of the hall. Use a wall run to get up to on top of the block and then another to climb the first level of the new structure. From here you can edge your way towards the spike pits. You can leap from here onto the archway by the exit. Perform a tightrope walk up the broken spine and leap to the ledge connecting to the wall above the exit. Wall run to the left to get to the next platform. Move along onto the thin ledge. You are now above the save point. Leap backwards and swing on the bars to get to the next platform. Once there, Pharaoh pulls a lever which reveals a symbol identical to the one that allowed you access to the upper areas of the hall. Look for the white tile on the pillar opposite the bookcases. Run up the pillar to kick the tile. This moves one of the shelves outward for a short period of time. Run up the pillar again and do your best Mario impression, bouncing between the two until you reach the top. You must hurry, before the shelf recedes, and wall run to the right to reach the next platform. From here, run along the wall again and jump as you cross the second window to reach the ladder. Swing to the other side of the ladder and climb up. Don't sweat the pinching jaws above as they can't reach you when you first step onto the platform. Look right to find a retrieve. Wait for the jaws to recede, then run straight up the wall and jump to grab the beam overhead. Climb up and do a tightrope walk across. As you reach a T-intersection, part of the beam breaks and bats appear. You know how to take care of them. With the bats gone, leap across to the next beam and then drop down to the platform below. Take a good long look at the blue crystal ahead. It's important. You do not need to get to the platform with the blue crystal, however, there's an entrance to your mystical health fountain there and getting past the blades is easy. Wait for the near blades to go below you and the distant blades to go up high. The moment the near blades pass beneath you, wall run across. Smash the breakable wall behind the blue crystal and head down the hall to earn some extra health. To return to the platform you were on, run when the near blades have just passed eye level. There's a beam connecting from the middle of the platform you're on. It leads to a central platform with a mirror. Cross the beam and jump the gap which occurs when part of the beam ahead of you breaks. It's time to start shifting mirrors. Rotate this first mirror 90 degrees clockwise, so that the light shines in the opposite direction from where you just came. Walk along the beam to the right of the ray of light. When you reach the T-intersection, the right half of the beam breaks, so walk left. Jump to your right onto the platform. Jump up to grab the bar. You need to get up to the bar directly above the one you're on, so jump to the wall then vault off the wall and grab the higher bar. Shimmy slightly to the right and jump to the beam. Move across the beam to the long platform with the 2 mirrors. Drop down and pay attention to what Farah says. It's not actually important, just wanted to make you listen. You need to position the two mirrors so the light bounces to the blue crystal. Look closely at the wood and you'll see some dark stains where you need to move the mirrors. Make slight adjustments until the light travels at right angles to the blue crystal. Adjust the mirror with the beam pointing towards the blue crystal until you initiate the cutscene. You now need to adjust the mirrors on the middle tier. To get down to that level, look to the left wall of the mirror you're at. You can run along the wall to a small ledge protruding from the pillar. Do so and then drop 2 levels. Edge around to the other side of the pillar and leap to the stone platform. From the stone platform, you can wall run down to the mirror. Turn the mirror 90 degrees clockwise. This causes several platforms to extend from the nearby wall. Leap across the platforms to meet up with Farah. She mentions there was another symbol down on ground level. Looks like it's time to go low. Head to the other end of the balcony, to the edge with no railing. Drop down on top of the bookshelf to nab a retrieve, then climb back up to Sarah. You're close to finishing off this room, but it's not over yet. Notice that the center pillar against the railing has a big chunk missing. You can run up this pillar and grab onto it, then shimmy around until your back is to a handy rope. Leap backwards to grab the rope. Look for the next rope nearby. Be sure to slide down to the end of your rope before you swing. Do your swashbuckling impression and swing from one rope to the next and from that rope to the ledge against the wall. Make your way along the ledge, heading to the right. You'll need to leap up to a higher ledge when the lower one crumbles, but that's easy stuff. Once you are all the way to the end of the ledge, leap to the ladder and climb up to the platform above. There's a breakable wall. Smash it to discover a mirror and another breakable wall. Break the next wall as well to find a lever hanging from the ceiling. Pull it to create some platform in the main room. However, you're not done here yet, as there's another breakable wall ahead. This one reveals another crystal. Head back to the mirror you just discovered. Pull it back towards the wood flooring and you'll find another grody dark stain. Run across the newly extended concrete platforms to the 2 mirrors resting peacefully on the wood flooring. These 2 have served their initial purpose and no longer need to direct light in the current direction. Move the first mirror out of the way, then drag the mirror at the far end into the first mirror's position. Adjust so that the light heads towards the mirror past the concrete platforms. Return to the mirror and adjust it until its light beams at the crystal that's located past the 3 broken walls. This unlocks the gate so you can finally finish up this mammoth puzzle. To get down, head to the newly lit crystal. You can hop the wall and drop down a series of ledges, then hop to a broken pillar and then to the ground where fair Sarah awaits. Head through the door to grab your new big sword. Pull back the lever found at the back of the room. This opens up the exit, but it will quickly close, so run across the room and roll under the door. Your reward for all of this is a battle. Once you get down the halls you will need to fight off a little over a dozen enemies, a mixture of red and blue knights. These are narrow paths, but this makes the wall vault attack all the more effective. Don't worry about Sarah unless you hear her screaming. Instead, focus on rolling behind blue knights and striking fast. The power of restraint will help you greatly, don't shy away from using it. When the sand knights are annihilated, head to the save point, which is located up the ramp and to the left. Don't head up the stairs or you'll lose your chance to use the save point. Check out the gruesome vision and save your game.